To all of you, wherever you are, I would like to say welcome to this podcast. And come on, let's talk this morning. Today is Friday, and it is the 11th day of July 2025. 11:17 a.m. in Liberia. It's time for us to talk, and we will keep talking until things change in our society. So come on, we'll be having some conversations here. So come on and let us know where you're watching from, so we can be able to recognize you and the environment you're from. So we want to acknowledge many of our followers from the United States, from Canada, from Asia, China especially. And we get other people following us from Australia and around Africa, and especially Liberia. It's a pleasure to welcome you on this live podcast. So you can comment and tell us where you're watching from. Yeah, like Coman is watching there from Cac City in Liberia. Is it Cac City or Kakata, right? Yeah, I'm sure it's Kakata. Robert Tamba say, I'm here. I mean, where you watching from? It's important that we know Josephine Dolonya is watching from Saklepi and Nimba. That central part of Nimba. You know, the role Joe Bagger is doing from Ganta is right there. Is right there around the Kokopa area. So few days from now you will be celebrating brand new quota there in Saklepi. Joseph Dolonya and William say good afternoon. They say morning on my side. Janga F. Kane is working on PHP community right around the central town. And my last born Sando, she's watching from right here in Liberia. And share the podcast. Yeah, Robert Thomas is watching from Mamba Point. Honorable Terry Francis Jr. is watching this morning. So it's a pleasure to have you watching wherever you're watching from. We are grateful to have you on this morning. And we are here to tell you reasons why Unity Party, as a party, whenever they are giving power in Liberia, reason why they will always spend 12 years. Yeah, someone is watching from Drazon. Chester Brahms is watching from Drazon. Wonderball Afale Pondo is watching. It's in Motorado. Patricia Tuzi is watching from Monrovia. Vamba Kruma is watching. The Hotness Tappet is watching. So let's get to our discussion. Just share the podcast. That's the only thing you can do for me. Just share the podcast. Let other people join us as we have conversation. Because we need to shift the mindset of our society. One of the things that living Liberia is not just about leadership. Though leadership has been one of the contributing factors to the backwardness of our society. But we that think beyond the ordinary know very well that mindset is one of the things that are contributing, because people who, come to leadership in our country were once ordinary citizens like us. People who we regard as leaders today, people who we celebrate as leaders today in our country, were all here as ordinary citizens. They sat down in their same chair, they criticized other leaders before, and now they are there. And their generation will go and another generation will come, they will be regarded as leader. So if you can change your mindset right now, that's a very terrible mindset you'll be taking to the leadership of the country. It is now a secret. With the path that we are on currently, it is projected that clearly that we will be leader of our generation to come. So if I can change my mindset right now, everything I believe, every belief that I hold on to, I will take it to the country's leadership one day. And how do you expect things to change when your mindset does not change? Change now got to start with people who are already there, because they are already implementing what they have learned. People corrupt today, as strong and effective as Joe Bugger is, we still have other people with terrible mindset who are always being caught in corruption activities in his government. President Bugger have suspended many government officials for corruption, but people still corrupting. No deterrence. It is not because they just want to steal, it's because that is built in their DNA already. That's the belief they carry. The thing, as long as you are given opportunity in national service, you should accumulate worth illegally. So that's the reason why you see Liberians behaving the way they behave most often. The ones that are given opportunity to sit and make decisions for our country. So all these people, I can name you. Even if there is Joshua that are very bad in this country, that stole everything in this country, was once ordinary Liberian that also criticized other leaders. Check his record. He and Taylor was always our record. He one of those who criticized Taylor on his governance. And Taylor even accused that he wanted to become president. He once sat in this country as very common Liberian and criticized other leaders. But now he was given the same very opportunity that Taylor had. And it is proving that Taylor was very better than he who used to criticize Taylor. It's because he was living with this corrupt mindset we didn't know, and we made him president. And he manifested it to the higher extent that the American government and other countries got to distance themselves by sanctioning all of some other government officials in his government. So mindset is the problem of our society. But some of us getting over it, and we know very good things that we want for our country. We know people who we think are trying. My father used to tell me that nobody is good, but someone is better. My father was a wise man. He used to tell me, you're giving me advices about relationship. And my father told me, no one is good, but somebody is better. You will see this other girl, and she will appear to be frustrating you, but you will see the other girl, though she will not satisfy you, but somehow she can do something to a certain extent. Then that's the better person. It means her character is better than the previous, or than the other. And that's the mentality I bring to my judgment for national leadership. Joshua Akimi at the first in the Messiah standing from the very day you were pronounced president, up to the day you finish. Nothing better in date. Joe Barker have come. Joshua, we were in this country when we told Joshua that McGill was corrupt. Have to take McGill for his government. Joshua said no, his government, a friendship government. These are people that stood up for him. He kept McGill, and two American people sanctioned him. McGill got to resign. Biotari was a criminal. We told Joshua Biotari is a criminal. Take Joshua, he said no. Biotari is Bekubet, he's my GM boy when I wear a coat. That the man can get a bottle on to. Though the man is a managing director at the Liberia National Port Authority, making millions of dollars, stealing more money. We told Joshua Samatwe is an ungrateful criminal. He is not just a criminal, but ungrateful one. No conscience. The man can really steal. We told Joshua. He said, no, Samatwe, I'm an intellectual man. I'm the only smart man around me that I know I will keep the man. We told Joshua that Wilson Tappet was very corrupt. The man ate our $30 million United in stimulus package yet. The man was corrupt. Tell the man from Commerce Ministry, Joe told us, the thing you're talking, Liberians, you people are foolish. And if I see anybody tell me, say, I'm going to take my man who is very corrupt, that he and I stealing for me to get rich from my government, I will get problem with you. He disrespected us here. He awarded, after Western Tape stole a lot of money from the Commerce Ministry in similar package. His reward was to go again and steal another 20 million that came from Germany, the German government, for the climate change program. They accused Nathaniel Blaman, who was the director, the executive director for EPA. They accused Nathaniel Blaman of embezzling that money, but that money was dead. They knew fully well that they were lying on Nathaniel Blaman's name. They took like half of that job. They awarded Western Tape with that job. Though he knows nothing about environmental activities, the man is far off from that area, but they forced him there because he's somebody who can eat money and justify it. So 20 million climate change money was coming. George, we are awarded Western Tape, who stole our 30 million stimulus package from Commerce Ministry. He sent him to the EPA to become executive director, and that particular money too was stolen by George Weah and his people. That one in bought private jet in passing around with your thing in human being. But Joe Bwaka came. Joe Bwaka said, Steve Zago, though we are from Dover, you my own picking. But there are things you do that I don't like. Go send that to your house. Liberian endorse it. Because at the time when Steve Zago had problem with Joe Bwaka, it started from the recruitment of the AFL, in fact, the immigration service. When other Liberians were disenchanted, they went through the rank and file. They applied, they went the top test, the attitude test. They were shortlisted to go to that place. After a few days, that name changed. Those children they grouped themselves from radio station to radio station, expressing disenchantment in this government. These are some of the things that struggled the ego of the president to tell Steve Zago, say, my man, I didn't bring you here. This is a corruption. Go and sit down. Your own brother. The man first cabinet retreat in our country. The man sat on a round table and fired one deputy minister for Ministry of Education instantly. He has been suspending people who even close to him. So if you just in that regard, if you bring the two administrations together, who is better? Joseph Bwaka is not just better, but far better than Joshua. Just in that one aspect I just outlined to you. Because we Liberians express our disappointment in some officials of our government. We are disrespecting us as if he voted himself as president. That's why we threatened him that we're going to gain one term, and we succeeded. We gave him that one term today in passing around with trauma. And Joe Bwaka came. Some people that we have not even thought that they've been stealing in Joe Bwaka government, he himself has single-handedly sparked them out and suspended them. And dismissed a lot of them. So that just tell you, in just the particular context I'm speaking in, Joe Bwaka is far better than Joshua. And this is the reason why, this is one of the reasons why the Unity Party government will always get that second term unhindered. Because they are paving their way. They're doing things that satisfying the electorates. They are doing things that we, the electorates, we that have the power in the country to put somebody in the presidency. These are things that can satisfy us. If you see people who were nowhere in this society, you give them, not because you're not nowhere, you can become somebody. But when opportunity is given to you, know that you are not the only person in the country. So you got to perform on behalf of the Liberian people, not on your own behalf. Because we have the power and the authority to give the person who appointed you job. And the fact that we are dissatisfied, that person to come. That person to come and listen to us and dismiss you because we put them there. But he refused at the time as the president of the state to dismiss most of these individuals that we think they were corrupt and they were damaging our economy. That's why we threatened him that we were going to give you one term. But you thought his popularity from football could make him survive from our decision making. So we shock him. Up to now, he's not saying normal. To see somebody who think that he's the most popular man in Africa, and it is proving that he's the most popular man in Liberia. To see him being disgraced by the very people, that is shocking. That's why we dismiss from our presidency, and we're telling him you will never find a major job in our society until God call all of us. We are definite and intentional about it. But Joe Bwaka is doing something contrary to what he did. That's the reason why citizens are jubilating across the length and breadth of our country, and the second term of the United Party government is being already shown. Next thing, another thing I can make United Party government to get, and a second term is education. Education. The very first thing Madam Salif did when she won election in 2005, when she took the presidency in 2006, Madam Salif did not just grab young people in this country and start to give them ministerial and deputy ministerial position and making them director general for agencies and other places. The very first thing Madam Salif did, she went for people who were qualified already to work, people who had experiences on job from other institutions and other country. Madam Salif brought them down to face and put our country back on the right trajectory. And Madam Salif look at her picking there around him, the leg of Muhammad Ali, Nyan Twayen, and all these guys. Madam Salif said, gentlemen, you need to go to school. Amos Twayen. Today he's the managing director for the LPRC. She did not just jump and get there. Madam Salif set the stage for him. They sent him to school. All up picking it. Now I say, oh man, we been in the country and we want job. We want to make money too. No. They were around. Madam Salif was providing something for them. But at the end of the day, she took them, chunked them in plane and sent them outside to go to school. That's the education they return back. They return to our society, and today they are able to give Joshua one term. One of the powers that United Party get an education, you can't take it from them. They just jump out to get educated. They put in time to educate the boys, the girls. That's the reason why the superintendent of Nimba, who is a female, when she's speaking, everybody sit and the whole hall is quiet. Call me a Gono. That's the reason why Mo Ali, when he sit down to talk, everybody listening. That's the reason why the most powerful senator of Nimba, Yan Twayen, he can address the press without looking at paper, and English will not be broken. And that's the reason why people like Patrick Honda then can sit down and talk, the whole country locked down to listen to them. Education. And that's the reason why Fatima Bendu Salif can go and put her Facebook on, sit down and discuss sensible things people watching all across the world. That's the power of education. That's what United Party have. And education will give you to power the lie when the lie. They lie to the Liberian people. Oh, why think you're doing so? Oh, so the first thing, the education the people brought to the people bought it. It is not a lie. When we said Joshua was purporting to be Barrow medicine, and he was far from being somebody who should be called Barrow medicine, and we keep the power, we presented a real Barrow medicine, and now people calling him original Barrow medicine, then you say we lie. If we can tell you, say there's a way to build road rainy season, and Joshua taking 6 months to work in dry season, and the balance 6 months in rainy season, a time for here a burden to be balling around, and everything about government will stop and nothing will happen. And we came and we're facing the road rainy season, and the road between Saklepi and Tapeta quota there, and we push into the southeast, then you say we lie. When we tell you, say government can start building new structures, during the rain. Go to the Internal Affairs Ministry, the new hall, they be writing there right now as rain falling, the people laying payroll. Then you say we lie. If we tell you say drugs to the hospital, we know that the issue of drugs at the hospitals, sometimes common citizens who work there at nurses, sometimes they can take those medicine and carry them in a personal drugs too. But we got a way to keep at least pin tablet in any other hospital in the country. Like it will not go dry. Then you say we lie. Go to your local village, whether you will not see people there. Go to your local village, whether you want to tell you say drugs to the hospital there. Go there. Then you say we lie. So because you are not educated, you don't even know how to face your propaganda. That's the reason why you're taking yes sir to be a propaganda. Oh Jesus, who the person calling me? Is it the chairman? I know chairman for what? Start calling me man. That's the reason why yes sir has become propaganda in our society. That's the reason why people saying yes sir. They say why our president said yes sir, because our president said yes sir. A propaganda and they're running around with it. How is that equated to propaganda? People just calling me back and forth, man. Yeah, how are you, Chief? So how is that propaganda for president to say yes, sir? And that, sir? Morning. Yeah, morning, Chief. How you doing, sir? The president said yes, sir. Propaganda. CDC people. Yeah. No, now, but sir, sir is just a name, a word you use to give regard to a male. You use the word sir to honor a male, especially someone who is in authority. And it is clear that on that table where you saw the president and other presidents sitting, and the man who was the presiding officer on that table was Donald Trump. And because Trump was the presiding officer, he should be regarded as sir. Very simple. But like on a propaganda, other people will listen to you. Other people will listen to you. So no education there, you can't force it. No education. But you need to party hard people to sit down in a room and see what to critique, to bring Josh Weah down. And all the things that people said and pointed out was right. So thinking, man, somebody calling me and they say they want chairman and they want us to talk. So let me talk to that person. We're still in our podcast in the evening. Thank you so much for following.